Leo, welcome to your reading for the week of December 5th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. Also, I am going to do 2017 readings. A lot of you asked. I'm going to split it up into 4 parts, and I'm going to release readings every single week in December. So I'm going to split 2017 up into love, career, and a couple other things. And I will be, again, releasing one of those things every single week for all 12 signs. So every week in December, you'll be getting basically 2 sets of readings, which is cool. But having said that, let's see what is coming up for you. December 5th, the week of... Yeah, I mean, it continues to look really good for you, Leo. Again, for those of you that, say that you're struggling and things like that, I would definitely encourage you to watch your, at least your rising sign. I'm not a big fan of moon signs in general. People ask me, should I watch my moon sign? I always tell people the moon is who you are, the sun is who you're trying to become. So, to me, it's more important to watch your sun. It's also important, this is a fault of my own, but I think it's important to realize that, these readings, these are things you're working towards, that you're having to do things for and things like that. I try to tell Leo every week, too, that, these things don't just magically happen. We have to do things to have it. And again, I think that's a fault of all of us card readers and things like that. I don't think there's anything magical about cards or anything like that. And, again, I don't think that, they can make things happen for us. I think we have to do these things. And again, I think, a lot of people have been misled into thinking that the cards are somewhat control our lives. They don't. And I'm going to keep saying that too, so that people know it. But you start off with the Ace of Clubs. So you coming in pretty powerful this week. This is a card of fire and energy. There's even fire coming off of it right there, and getting things going. It's my favorite card in the deck by a mile. I think it's a great card for learning. I've pretty much been beating Leo over the head with that as well. That it's a great year for you to learn. 2017 is a great year for you to learn. 2018 is an absolutely amazing year for you to learn new things. I think by 2018, for those of you that continue to work with Saturn, by 2018 when it switches signs into Capricorn, for those Leos out there, definitely Leo, I think it's one of the good signs that's going to benefit directly from education. That could be literally going back to school, or it could be self-education through reading books and things like that. And again, I think in 2018, you will see how education and learning new skills will be directly profitable for you. To me, the Ace of Clubs is just simply a card of attaching skills to yourself. I always see, whenever I get this card, I always see like a person with like stuff like attached to their body. And it might sound really weird, but these are like good things that you're attaching to yourself, knowledge and power. So I think that's going to be very good for you. Next, you have the Nine of Hearts. Nine of Hearts is a card of wishes, simply getting something you wish for. It can also be new relationship cycles for you. Relationships kind of like entering into a new area, and I would say it's a good thing as well. It can represent the ending of a relationship, but the weird thing is you would be happy about it. So for those of you that this means an ending of a relationship, again, you would be happy that it's ending. You'd be like, I'm done with this anyway. So again, if you're experiencing that could be the case. But again, for most of you who are in relationships, it just represents maybe even taking a relationship to the next level or something like that. So very good card for love, and not so much new love. But the good news is, for those of you that are single, you have the Ten of Hearts. Great week for those of you who are single. Again, be a great week for you to mingle, for you to get out there and meet a bunch of people. Ten of Hearts, I always say, is a card of trying to meet as many people as you possibly can at once. And so I always say, like, things like speed dating are really good under a Ten of Hearts, because it forces you to meet a bunch of people, and it gives you a bunch of chances. I always say tens are cards of chances. They're cards of giving yourself a bunch of chances. I always try to explain to people, too, that it's like a card where, like, even if you're involved in sales or something like that, right? This is a card of just trying to get to as many people as you can to sell whatever it is that you're selling. It's like the more people you reach, the more you'll sell this week. There will be a direct kind of correlation between the two. It's also a card that represents fortune after difficulty, good things happening to you after a difficult period of time, and even changes with your health, improvements in health and things like that with this card. And maybe even to the point where a lot of you could be like maybe thinking about starting a new diet or something like that this week. That could be very beneficial for you. Next, you have the King of Diamonds. Yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to say is, I think that Leo very much has been dealing with a lot of Earth sign energy. I almost want to say that I think that Leo is becoming more like an Earth sign, more stable, more grounded, more, not that you're unstable or anything like that, but I just think things are going to be stabilizing for you just in general. And also, more maybe more in the future as well. It just, something I notice as well, like sometimes cards will show up and it will be like, maybe the King of Diamonds will show up in the beginning, or it'll show up in the end. And it's like, sometimes I think if it shows up at the beginning, it's like you're too focused in the past. You're looking at the past too much. If it's at the end, you're too focused in the future. You're showing up right dead center here of your reading. So I think, again, there's like a good, healthy balance of you this week, thinking about the past but not letting it affect you, but also thinking about the future, but it's like perfectly in balance. So I think that's a good thing for you this week. Next, you have the Six of Hearts. I'm simply getting progress on this card. I think that you're just making progress in different areas of your life, in new places, and I think it will be very beneficial for you. And you end with the Seven of Spades. Of course, when things go well for us, we immediately jump to fears and things like that. So let those fears go. Do not allow them to control you. The fears are useless. So don't allow that stuff to kind of come up right now, especially with all this good positive energy and things like that. And again, I mean, if you're finding yourself jumping to the negative, saying, well, none of this is happening to me, well, then, that's exactly why, because you need to change what you're saying. You need to change your vocabulary and things like that. The good news is, like I said, I think that 90%, maybe even 99% of you Leos already have changed their vocabulary over the past few years and already have become, much more successful and much more positive. So that's the good news. But it looks good. It looks like an amazing week. Jeez. So enjoy it. And thank you for watching.